What up, YouTube? It's IKG, formerly known as NoChainzz, and I am back with another commentary, and this is another episode of my New Orleans Pelicans Association, here in a modded version of NBA 2K14 for the PC. And in the last game, we got a close victory versus the Phoenix Suns at home, and since then, we've played about 15 games, and Jrue Holiday is out for 6 to 8 weeks. Just let that one sink in for a second. Our star point guard will be out, and instead of him playing the point guard, this may be interesting to some of you guys, but instead of Austin Rivers playing the point guard, who is our backup point guard, I'm going to move Tyreke Evans to that spot. And if you guys don't remember, he won Rookie of the Year when he was playing point guard. He averaged 20 and 5 in his rookie year with the Sacramento Kings, and he's pretty much got worse each year since then. But we're going to have to see how that works. Last game versus the Suns, he played very well in the fourth quarter and led us to a victory. But let's see how this game goes versus the New York Knicks. Alright guys, we are getting set to start here at Madison Square Garden. Both teams coming into this Sunday game at 8-7. Both teams trying to get 2 games above 500. The Pelicans are coming into this game on a 3-game win streak, even without their starting point guard. But I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but right before this game started, the Knicks offered me a trade in which we will be sending away Ryan Anderson along with Eric Gordon in exchange for Amari Stoudemire and Iman Shumpert. And I just want to keep this base team as it is for right now. I mean, I just rejected it. I may go back to an offer similar to that, but it may not be the exact same offer because I'm a really big fan of Ryan Anderson and I really don't want to let him go. And I do want to get rid of Eric Gordon. So, I mean, I don't know what trades I want to do. And, like, if you watched my Hornets one, I talked about a trade almost every video because I like my trades to be very well thought out. And before I execute it, I like to live stream and get as many basketball opinions as I can before I make that trade. And that's just how I rely on you guys. So I really want you guys to be active. And before I get into commentating this video, I just want to say a few things. I just want to say thank you for the support. I want to say thank you for all the people welcoming me back to YouTube. And some people are saying they know I wouldn't be gone for long. And like, I saw a few people on YouTube quit and then come back, and they say once a YouTuber, always a YouTuber. And that's definitely proven true for me right now. As you guys see, Luke Babbitt comes into the game and gets a slam, and that will be his only playing time of the game. And you see this crazy crossover by Austin Rivers, and then he will kick it to Darius Miller, and he will get a tray ball to fall right there. But like I was saying, I just want to thank you guys for the support. But I just want to ask you guys to leave a like on this video. And I really don't usually ask for likes, but since I've started over, I've really been wanting to, you know, see those likes, you know, see that like bar fill up. It lets me know that you guys are interested and you guys still support me. And the likes bar are definitely what I use to measure whether or not I have dead subscribers. But we are nearing halftime. This is a tight game, just like in the last episode. This seems like it's going to be a very good finish. And Tyreke Evans is going to get an assist right here. He's playing very well at the point so far in this game. But we go into halftime with a score of 34-32. We are leading over the New York Knicks, and I'll come back in the third quarter.
The Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce will return with the start of the third quarter in just a while.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And now the Sunday night edition of the Halftime Show. Plenty of hustle from the Pelicans. They're off to a good start this season, playing with confidence. Al-Farouq Aminu is the top scorer. Great players don't usually have 2 bad games in a row. He's determined to make this a bounce-back performance. Looking at New York, they're definitely making plays as well. Wiping the glass defensively. Look, no streaks. They're preventing any second-chance opportunities. Carmelo Anthony locked in so far. He's got 9 points, and his defense has been very solid. He's been bothering shots. He's keeping his hands active, making it difficult for guys to score on him. And now let's go around the NBA to check out what's happening. Portland trailing the Lakers out in Los Angeles. Fourth quarter, they're down 8. They'll need to make a run. A look now at some games that are already in the books. They couldn't get anything going, it seemed. Their scoring leader, Jordan Crawford. And a look now at the rest of the action from around the NBA. It was the Thunder taking the win in Oklahoma City over the Timberwolves. Ended up running away with it. Excellent game from them. Their leading scorer, Kevin Durant. And that'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Second half is just around the corner. Thanks so much for stopping by.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome back to New York City as we look at an enchanting view of Lady Liberty.
You know, after losing Jeremy Lin going into last season, guys, I think some fans were concerned that the team might slip back to...
Okay, guys, here we go. We're getting started in the action in the second half now. Already, Tyreke Evans is looking to be aggressive here in the second half, backing down on a much smaller defender in Raymond Felton. He's going to draw the foul and get the and one. And Raymond Felton looks guilty. He's like, what can I do? I mean, he's bigger than me. He should be playing small forward, but he's back at the point guard. So, I mean, that's just the advantage that Tyreke Evans has when I put him at the point guard. I mean, that's what allowed him to dominate Eric Bledsoe in the fourth quarter of that Phoenix game. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just like the matchups that he causes. But look at Carmelo Anthony being Carmelo Anthony, drawing the foul. That was a foolish foul by me trying to swipe the ball out of his hands. But he still went up strong and finished and converted the and one right there. And that would tie the game up here in the third quarter. Later on in the third quarter, shot clock is about to expire. Carmelo Anthony just throws up anything. He will brick it right before the shot clock expires. Rebound by Tyreke Evans. He's going to blow by the defense of Amari Stoudemire, pick up a dribble, and going to find a Greg Steemsma in the paint, and he's going to put it up, and that will increase our lead to 5 points. Pulling up for a quick three is Carmelo Anthony. He's going to be looking to take over this game and show some leadership for his team when they're in need. It looks like the Pelicans were about to gain some momentum here on the road, but Carmelo Anthony definitely put an end to that, but that could not stop Brian Roberts from getting free on the screen and taking that three and making it right there. Amari Stoudemire with the ball right now, defended by Eric Gordon. Surprised that he didn't try to take it inside. Instead, he settles for a jump shot, and he will brick it. Aminu is going to take it right back inside and get the finesse layup to increase our lead to 4. And we are finally in the final quarter of play right now. And J.R. Smith is going to try to hit Kenyon Martin. He is unable to corral it, and it will be stolen by Al-Farouq Aminu. He's going to find an open Anthony Morrow shooting that mid-range jump shot, and we are trying to gain some momentum here. Here's Tyreke Evans going over the defense of J.R. Smith, getting a lay-in right there. That was definitely a tough lay-in. And by the way, quietly, Al-Farouq Aminu has had a very good game so far. And actually, in the first game, the first episode, he led us in scoring, but somebody on the Knicks defense left Anthony Morrow wide open from behind the arc. And he's a sharp shooter that would definitely make you pay on plays like that where you don't play good defense on him, especially from behind the arc. And look at the tough layup over the defense of Kenyon Martin by Tyreke Evans, and he is playing tremendously right now. And also, I just want to mention that Anthony Morrow has really come up big for us in the fourth quarter so far, and Ryan Anderson gets a long two right there to make it an 11-2 run for the Pelicans right now in the fourth quarter. 15-6 now, and they have converted to a full court press, and you know what that means. An easy lane to the basket for Tyreke Evans. Raymond Felton with the ball now, trying to spark some type of run to create a miracle for the Knicks, but instead Tyreke Evans intercepts the pass and gets a clear lane to the basket for a two-handed slam right there. And that is pretty much the icing on the cake. We held the lead by 14 points late in the fourth quarter. And now Anthony Davis is testing the defense of Amari Stoudemire. Very late reaction by Stoudemire right there, and he pays for it as Anthony Davis gets the turnaround hook shot right there. And just like in the first episode of this association versus the Suns, I keep mentioning that game because that's the only game we played so far or that you guys have seen. But just like in that game, we go back and forth for 3 quarters, and then when it counts in the fourth quarter, the Pelicans come up with a very big run, getting contributions from all over the court. Bench, starters, big men, backcourt, you know, everybody contributes and, you know, gets a really good team win. Leading us in scoring is Tyreke Evans, 19 points, 10 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, and also shot 8 for 12. So not a bad shooting percentage for him. either. But we have a lot of honorable mentions in this game. I'm not going to name them all, but you guys see the stats. We have a lot of good contributions from a lot of different players. But the Pelicans move to 9-7 and get a 4-game win streak. We're definitely going to try to carry that momentum and move up in the conference rankings. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.